I'm Julia Fredersdorff. I'm the Artistic Director at Van Diemen's Band. We got funding from the Tasmanian Government through the Arts and Screen Digital Production Fund last year in the COVID year. We are producing a film of a piece of music called The Song of the Birds. It's like a film clip. The song itself is a Catalan carol, but it's very much about new beginnings and the dawning of a new time. So we thought it was an appropriate piece of music for this kind of moment in time, I guess. And yeah, it gives us an opportunity to have a high quality film clip made, which is something that's really special for us. It's not usually what we have extra budget for. So we're really excited to be able to do something like this. Without the grant, we would not be able to do this. So yeah, it's an opportunity to get a sort of different perspective on what we're doing. Also, the music we had was specially arranged for the musicians that we had on hand. So that was part of the fund as well. So the whole package was thanks to the Tasmanian Government. Mostly we've worked with all of the people in this group. Often Van Diemen's Band draws from people from interstate as well. Obviously last year for the recording of the track, we were not able to because it was impossible to move. So we've kept the band majority Tasmanian because, for example, we couldn't get a triple harpist to come out, and triple harp is the Renaissance and Baroque instrument. We asked Mariel Owen to play Celtic harp, which is a sort of more folk type of instrument. And so yeah, the style of arrangement is also a little bit crossover. It's crossover film score for Gladiator kind of style and Baroque music. It's a really beautiful arrangement made by Donald Nicholson, who is a colleague of ours, also a harpsichordist. He really enjoyed the opportunity to work with some constraints, actually. As is often the case, it's sometimes easier to, when you're boxed into one particular form, then you actually can be more creative within that. He loved it and he's done an amazing job. This morning we got up very, very early in the dark and watched a beautiful sunrise with Mariel playing the harp in front of it. We've just been working on doing hair and makeup and we're sort of getting organised now. Yeah, it's just the most divine place. We're so lucky with the weather. It's a beautiful day, not too sunny. We've been playing here in the tin shed behind me since we began, so 2017 was our first performance here. Graham Wood and Anna Cernias, who run the mill, they love the arts, they love classical music. Anna Cernias comes from a classical music background. I'd worked with her at Pinchgut Opera. And so, yeah, we've been playing here every now and then and found this space so fabulous. It's just the most extraordinary part of the world. But what's also really, really special about this place in the context of the music is that it's being reborn into a new life. So its industrial past is being embraced and we're watching things growing around it. And yeah, so that sort of new beginnings type of theme actually is very linked with this place as well, which we thought was pretty poignant. They're calling it rewilding the area. For example, there's grass growing in the roof and that's part of the aesthetic. They're just leaving it to do what nature wants to do with it, which is so stunning. We have an orchestra of around 10 or 11 people. We're also working with the Tasmanian Youth Orchestra Chorale. So they're all people under 25. This was also a really good opportunity for them to be working with a professional orchestra in an arrangement that was made specially for them. And then, of course, we have the wonderful Quinn Thompson, soprano. Quinn has training in historical performance practice, which is the direction we come from, and so the voice is very pure and there's a real focus to the phrasing, so it's really perfect for this kind of crossover style. Quinn has knowledge of historical performance practice, so they can bring that to this performance, but it's also a stunning voice, beautiful instrument. Again, last year choirs were very difficult because you weren't really allowed to sing. That lasted much longer than most social distancing rules because of aerosols. They had a really tough time last year trying to rehearse on Zoom. It doesn't work for music. You can't hear anything, because of delays and stuff. It's just impossible to rehearse a choir in a Zoom session. So when we did the recording session of the track, it was the first time that any of these people had been together for a long time. There was a really special atmosphere there, actually. A little bit apprehensive. We were all kind of a bit daunted to be in a space where there were so many people again. It felt almost illicit. But we were within the rules, don't worry. There was certainly a different psychology happening. We'd all been locked inside for so long. But that's part of what we've been able to capture musically with this track. So that in itself is the story about what we were trying to do.